The Colombian state, as a social and democratic state of law, has as its purpose the general well-being and the improvement of the quality of life of the population. Therefore, its relationships with public service can be seen in the legal political nature of the state, since being a social state can be referred to as a state of benefits, where the people who inhabit that specific territory are favored as individuals inherent to the social purpose of the state, which commits it to the obligation to ensure protection to all individuals of the national territory. The regulation of public service can be called an economic intervention of the state. This means that it complies with constitutional principles and participatory democracy. In this way, regulation is committed based on a political decisions because it aims at the same objectives that we can find in Article 366 of the Political Constitution, which are the improvement of the living conditions of the inhabitants and access to basic goods and essentials of people living in poverty. Article 366 Constitutional Political. The general welfare and the improvement of the quality of life of the population are social purposes of the state. The main objective of its activity will be the solution of the unmet needs for health, education, environmental sanitation, and drinking water. The Constitution wants to achieve in terms of the fixed regulation of public service is a kind of harmonization science, despite what is prescribed in the constitutional limits and the legal development that regulates this matter. When it is in charge of the provision of service is a certain type of failure because the results to be obtained based on the purpose of the social rule of law are unsatisfactory. Since if we look at the provision of public health service, there are very few good results regarding the branch of home public service. In accordance with the state model of the Colombian Political Constitution of 1991, we can inquire that the intervention by the state, apart from being clearly economic, be including public service, also has a certain provision nature. For this reason, this body tends to lead us to a debate of if this service must be subjected merely to a more state sense in the way of a return of the rights of social life. Regarding the economic intervention, Article 334. The general direction of the economy will be in charge of the state. The law that establishes a monopoly may not be applied before the individual who, by virtue of it, must be deprived of the exercise of a legal economic activity have been fully compensated.